Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, here's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely, because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game when head coach Sam White addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
But, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. On second down now, Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Open man is Uzama. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Under pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, out comes the rookie 5th-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit, because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in a long time and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the first time after the 2020 campaign.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. DJ Reader in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Jamie Gillendow, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
For the guys on defense, this has been a physically taxing drive, but it's also hurt them mentally because they just gave up another first down, and now they're confronted with how do we stop these guys and get off the field.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. This is Mixon on the draw. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mayfield on play action. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Sammy Watkins, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Sam Darnold has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll set up to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, open man is Higgins. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Landry, agile footwork.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Chubb running right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. Touchdown, Browns! Odell Beckham! His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Phillips. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. That's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 3, second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Handoff comes to Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side to Higgins. Play action, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. That close on third down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mayfield down. It's caught. Beckham. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 54 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. On the return, Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So Cleveland